Hey guys, how are we doing? Welcome to the first news update here on Buzzing Pattaya for 2024. The last two Mondays, as you may be aware, 2 Mondays ago I did the video about looking back over 2023, which was an interesting journey to see where we'd come from. Last Monday I did 2024, the year ahead, what to expect from the channel, what I'm going to do, what my plans are, so please have a look at that. I will put a link to the video in the description of this video down below, so please have a look at that so you can see what's coming your way from Buzzing Pattaya. So as you know, we've been through the New Year's Eve celebration. One of the points I mentioned a while back was that they were very aware about drink driving, and they had these areas where you could sober up and calm down before you continue your journey home. And it reports here in the Pattaya News, it says in total 7,864 drunk driving cases reported in 7 days of Thailand New Year Road Safety Campaign. Obviously, you know, it's a very, very high amount of people. It doesn't go on to say out of those cases how many resulted in car incidents or motorbike incidents where people were hurt. It doesn't mention how many fatalities, if there were any, that was involved during the drink driving campaign. But hopefully that was as minimal as possible. Now, it does go on to say here that the top three provinces in the highest number of drink driving cases were Bangkok with 469 cases, Nakhon Phanom with 351, and Nong Khai with 328. So I don't know where we sat in terms of those figures. I'm not really sure, but you know, the good news is that we weren't at the top. Now, in terms of talking about driving, one of the things I noticed, I was up on South Pattaya Road the other day. Did you know that there is an electrical point for charging the electric vehicles? It seems that there's a lot of pushing towards electric vehicles out here now, which is kind of good because one of the things that you are going to experience if you've never been here before, and those of you that have been here before will confirm what I'm going to say, is you get a lot of these vehicles that ride around the city and they just bellow out black smoke from their exhaust. They're these high supercharged trucks, normally it's the trucks, and they rev them up and ramp them up, and then they give it some, and of course then you're chewing up a load of black smoke. So the fact that they are looking or certainly putting into place electrical vehicle points, charging points, that's a good thing in my opinion. Hopefully that once they've done that, they will also have a look towards containing these vehicles that bellow out this black smoke. You know, I've been on my motorbike sometimes. You ride around, and it really is, you know, it's stifling. You know, you're behind one of these trucks, you're like, oh God, give it a miss, mate. You know, it really is really bad. But there is an electrical charging point, which was quite good. I didn't even know that it was there. I was doing my morning walk and stumbled across. I thought, wow, here you go, guys. So if you are into your green, keep it green scene and all the rest of it, and you are having a vehicle that is electrically charged, well, there you go. There's a new charging point. On the same road, South Pattaya Road, there's a new development coming up. There's a lot of developments happening here right now in the city, a lot of developments. One of which was the fact that when you look up the very top of South Pattaya Road, near Sukhumvit Road, there's a big block of buildings and also an open wasteland. They've all cordoned it all off now, so that clearly there's something going to happen very, very soon. I'm not quite sure what, but something's happening very, very soon. I don't know whether they're going to knock it down, make it into a big hotel, a new complex. I really have no idea. But the point being is, there's a lot of stuff going on right now. There's a lot of new builds going on, a lot of refurbishments going on. There really is a positive vibe in the city in terms of bringing it forward and doing changes. So watch this space, guys. I don't know what that's going to be. Maybe you've got some ideas. If you know, please let me know. You know, at the top of that area, that road, there are a lot of things happening, So, you know, it just shows that there are significant changes coming our way, which kind of leads into the whole factor of, are they going to try and up the ante here in the city? Are they looking at a different kind of genre in terms of people that are coming out here? Are they going to uplift away from the bar scene and try and make it a more high-end city? And it's interesting that we talk about it because in the Tiger, it says here, Pattaya targets 27 million tourists in 2024 with robust strategies. And it says the Thai government officials set their sights on ambitious targets and goals to bounce back from the economic fallout caused by COVID-19 pandemic restrictions in 2024. And, you know, when you look around the city, I think, you know, people talking about Walking Street and stuff like that. I think Walking Street is definitely going to change. And I think Beach Road is going to change. I think these areas are going to be aimed a lot more towards the Indian and the Chinese tourists. I mean, they mentioned to the news the other day, they said that they're going to target the Indian population. When you look at that, I didn't know, right? I just checked this out. There is 1.408 billion Indians reported to be living in India back in 2021. Now, I'm not quite sure what the exact figures are right now, but when you compare that to Europe, if you look at the whole of Europe, it says here Europe covers an area of about 10.18 million square kilometers, while India covers an area of only 3.28 million square kilometers. However, even though that Europe is larger than Asia, it says Europe's population is estimated to be at 747 million, while India's population is around the 1.4 billion, like I mentioned ago. So, I mean, that's huge. You know, when you consider India is a third of the size of Europe, yet it has 1.4 billion, so it's twice the amount of population of Europe. You know, that's some area that they're covering there, some population. And again, you know, when you look at China, I don't know what the Chinese population is. I didn't actually Google that one, but I guess that's quite high as well. But that's where they're pushing towards. That's their focal point. That's what they're looking at. So, you know, when you talk about Chinese and you talk about Walking Street, you know, when you go down Walking Street right now, the feedbacks that I get is, Trev, it's just rammed full of Chinese and Indians. You know, and fair play to them. You know, Walking Street, when I first came here, I think there was probably, maybe one or two, Indian nightclubs. Whereas now, you know, there's probably about 10 or 12. So there is that surge, that push towards that kind of, that demographic and that population. And I don't know what they'll do with the Chinese in terms of the flag chasing. But again, you know, when I was down there recently, there was a huge amount of people swarming around. So I think the demographic is going to change. Maybe you disagree, maybe agree. I don't know. Drop your comments below. Where do you see Walking Street and Beach Road heading? I think it will clean up. I think they will push all the sort of, I don't want to say the lower end. That's the wrong way to describe it. But my brain's not very clever. So I'm going to say that not the high end. Let's go with, let's swatch it around. Not the high end of go-go's and the high end bars and restaurants, but I think all the others will be moved. I think pushed maybe towards Second Road, over towards Pattaya area to Third Road. I think in that segment. But you know, I think that's a good thing if it happens because it keeps it more centralized. If you are into that scene, you're going to be able to just wander around that area. If you are looking for like the glamorous and the glitzy and the ritzy, well then you got Walking Street, Beach Road. I was down on Beach Road the other day. With my wife, we went down there for some food and some drinks. We had a fantastic time, and I've got to say, it was a pleasure to be around. Particularly, I'll tell you what I did notice was the coconut bar was very, very scarce. Very, very scarce. Yes, there are some coconut bar girls out there, but in terms of how it used to be, very, very different. So I don't know. Let's see where we go with it. Let's see what happens. Now, I made mention about the drink driving incidents. One of the things that I do notice, and I notice this quite a lot, and guys, please, you know, if you come out here, if you've not been out here before, if this is a situation where you think, I'm going to come on holiday and have a wander around the streets, guys, please be very, very careful. If you can, as many times as possible, face oncoming traffic when you're walking around. The driving out here is very dangerous. It's very treacherous. There's a lot of road safety that is ignored. And unfortunately for this gentleman, it says in the Tiger, it says British tourist injured in road accident involving a motorbike. It goes on to say that both victims received immediate medical attention at the scene before being swiftly transported to the hospital for further treatment. Moy, a 17-year-old passenger on a motorcycle who miraculously escaped injury, revealed the harrowing details. She explained that she and Supansa were heading home after a visit to a nearby market when Mai, which is the foreign tourist, allegedly stepped onto the road from the centre island without proper caution. This left Supansa with insufficient time to halt the motorcycle, resulting in the unfortunate collision. And, you know, I see it myself. Sometimes I'm riding around and people will just walk in front of me, particularly tourists. You know, they're not very au fait with what's going on, or, you know, and it's not your fault. I'm not blaming you guys because, you know, back home, I'm sure in your countries, you know, certainly from my point of view in England, you know, if the road traffic's going that way, you don't really need to worry about traffic coming down the wrong side of the road in England. You know, it's just, it doesn't happen. But out here, it does. You know, people will cut across you, they'll come across you. So please, guys, if you are out and about, be very, very careful when you're walking around. Don't let just a moment's glance over your shoulder just to check what's going on ruin your holiday, as it has with this gentleman here. I'm not sure if he's on holiday, but certainly it's ruined his day. And, you know, it could easily be avoided. So please, guys, at all times, try to figure out where you're going and just be very cautious. And of course, on the subject of traffic, it says here, part of Jomtien Beach Road is to become one-way starting in early March during construction project. What they're doing is they're going to be looking to do the landscape improvements down there on the beach area in Jomtien. They're trying to improve it. I think they've done a fantastic job. If you saw my walkabouts recently, I did a walkabout from the very far end, from Nha Jomtien, right the way up, all the way up to Trepisit Road. And I've got to say, the far end of Nha Jomtien Beach is beautiful. It's really, really nice. It's very, very clean, very sparse, very big as well. There's not much going on up there in terms of stuff to sit down and do. There's not many vendors up there with beaches, with the beach chairs and stuff like that. But it is a nice area. Now, what they're going to do in it, we have to find out. But be aware, like I say, about traffic coming in different directions. They are going to change it into a one-way system down there, so that could possibly cause a bit of carnage. But be very, very aware that's what's happening. But let's see. Hopefully. No, I like Jomtien. I don't know about you guys. I think Jomtien, when you come here on holiday, Pattaya is Pattaya. There's no ifs or buts about that. You know what you're coming into. Yes, the beach on Pattaya is good. It's a nice big area. Personally, I wouldn't swim in the water there. I've made it very clear the reasons why. They pump the wastewater into the sea area in that bay. So I wouldn't recommend swimming as an individual. And me personally, I don't swim there. However, if you go over to Jomtien, it's a much better environment, in my own opinion. I'm not saying I'm right or wrong. I'm just saying in my own opinion, I feel it's a much better environment. Certainly, it's a nicer sea to swim in because there's no sewage or any wastewater being pumped into that particular area. Now, of course, if you really like your swimming, nip over to Koh Larn. Koh Larn's only a short ferry ride away. I think it's 30 baht, 40 baht, gets you over there. It's a fantastic island. It's literally just across. So you can see it. If you stand on Pattaya Beach or you stand on Jomtien Beach, look ahead and you're going to see where Koh Larn is. It's a really, really nice island. So they are doing some improvements down on Jomtien. So watch this space. There's going to be some stuff happening here. And I'm not quite sure what they're doing. They haven't really made their plans completely open, so I'm not really where they are going to go with it. I think it's just going to be maybe a clean up of the road, and let's see what comes of that. But watch this space, guys. Things are changing. So in terms of changing, one of the things I have done, I recently went up to see Harlan at Harlan's restaurant. I've got to say, guys, if you're into your steaks, I mean, the food, not just the steaks, but his food in general is just phenomenal. He's a Michelin chef. He's an incredibly nice guy. He's traveled around the world. He's worked in some of the best restaurants in the world, in Hong Kong and all over. The culinary delights that he cooks up, and he does it with ease. It's just phenomenal. It really is. I took my wife up there for a meal. We sat down, the place was so busy, and it was just a breath of fresh air to enjoy steaks that just literally melted in your mouth. The pasta, it really was. The foie gras, all that kind of stuff. It was superb. Great range of wines, great range of spirits and drinks, etc. But have a look. It's in Welcome Town. If you go up Pattaya Klang, go up there, which is the middle road here in Pattaya. If you go up Pattaya Klang, up to the top left-hand side, just before you get to Sukhumvit, there's a small little area on the left-hand side called Welcome Town. Go into Welcome Town, guys. As you go in, you only go literally 50 meters, and on the right-hand side, you will see Harlan's. And get yourself in there, guys. I promise you, I'm more than happy to put my hand and say, I guarantee you, if you go in there, you'll have a fantastic meal. The food is exceptionally good. And the nice thing about it is when you sit down, you watch him cook your food. He cooks his food right in front of you. So there's no going behind closed doors and you never know what's coming out. This is completely open right in front of you, and the food is exceptionally high quality. So please, guys, if you are looking for a nice meal, go up to Harlan's, check it out. I'll put a link to his Facebook in the description of this video, but check it out, guys. It really is top quality. Now, talking about food, I can cook about probably, I don't know, 6 or 7 different Thai dishes, not to the level that the Thai people cook. All they're saying that, but Kapau Mulsat's pretty decent. But I can cook Thai food. But if you are looking to do some Thai cooking, this Tuesday, tomorrow, it says a Thai cooking class, an authentic Thai garden tour at Hua Hin and Cha Am. If you go over there, they do a Thai cooking. It's really good, because when you go back home, if you do particularly enjoy Thai food, and I love Thai food, but if you do like Thai food, when you want to go back home, there's a lot of supermarkets now. They stock a full range of Thai herbs and spices and all the different vegetables that we use out here. So if you are thinking about something about when you go back home, check it out, guys. Go and do yourself a cooking class. You never know. You might be up there with the Gordon Ramsay of this world, chucking out some Thai food. But there's a cooking class. My wife teaches me. I'll watch her how she cooks. I'll say, right, okay, and I write it all down. And then when she goes out, I have a crack myself, because I know if I do it, she'll say, oh no, it's too much of this or not enough of this. And they make it look so easy. You know, they splash this in, a bit of fish sauce, bit of that, bit of this, bit of that, and jobs are good. And you think, wow, that was lovely. But like I say, if you are, you know, particularly if you're out here for a long term and you're coming back many, many times, go and do these cooking classes. They're great fun. Gives you an opportunity to understand what goes in each dish rather than just going, there you go, thank you very much, that tasted nice. But have a look at it. I'll put a link to that one in the description. And again, talking about food, there is a free food event this Wednesday coming up. That is by the Branch Coffee Beach 2. It says our next free food event on Wednesday from 6:30 p.m. at the Branch Coffee 2, Jomtien Beach Road. If you want to have a look at that, guys, check that out. Get yourself out there. If you want to check out their meatballs, they've got some nice meatballs there. And of course, you know, in true tradition, like we did last year, we're back on it this year. There's loads. I don't want to keep listing. I feel like it's a bit like rinse and repeat. But Thursday 11th, there is a sexy green party at the Kauai Bar on Soy 6. So if you fancy going down Soy 6, get yourself down there. Again, you know, without sounding like an old record, Soy 6 is busy, guys. It's busy. There's a lot of girls down there. Get yourself down there. You'll have a great time. But from 3 p.m. on Thursday, the 11th of January, they're having their party. And also on Friday at 4 p.m. at Mint's birthday at Repent Bar in the same Soy. Mint's having her birthday party down there. So go down there and check it out. And of course, this week, later on today, if you're in the area today, we are going out on our meetup, our Monday meetup. Come down here to the Buzzing Lounge, 3 p.m. And again on Friday, meet here 3 p.m. at the Buzzing Lounge. We're going to take you off to some great places, so check that one out. Wednesday, I'm not sure, to be honest with you. I mean, I'm making the video right now. By the time we watch it, quite possibly, they may well be gone. But come in and have a look. We are going to Bang Chang on Wednesday, which is a great trip. It's back. It reminds me of back in the old days. You know, it's behind closed doors. It's a good environment. It's a fun environment. It's only a short ride away. It's about 25 minutes up the road. But go check that out, guys, in Bang Chang. And if you want to come and join us. But you've got to come in early. It's a limited ticket only, purely because we've got one minibus. It's a 9-seater minibus, and we're going to go out there and have a great afternoon. So if you're in the area and looking for something different, please come check that out. Come in and see us here in the Buzzing Lounge. Okay. That's where we are. In terms of updates, the new website will be launched very, very soon. The guys in the background are working very hard, so hopefully that will be out very, very soon. The mobile app, watch this space. I'll have more information for you by the end of January. We are bringing out a new mobile app, which I'm really excited about. One of the things I love about it is the favorites. So basically, we're gonna employ a Thai person to go around all the bars, all the hotels, all the restaurants, get really, really up to date, on point information, and then we're gonna put it into the app. And then if you like it, I'm gonna save that. You put it into your favorites. When you come out, if you like me, I forget loads of things. But when you come out here, you say, right, open my favorites, right, food favorites. Yeah, I'm gonna go to Harlan's. Yes, I'm gonna go to Patrick's. Yes, I'm gonna go to wherever, you know, bars, etc. So watch this space, guys. The mobile app will be out very, very soon. I reckon probably by about the end of Feb, beginning of March. It's a very complex app, but it is in progress, and we are going to be doing that. So please watch this space. And if you'd like to take part in the survey, have your say, guys. I'll put a link to our survey in the description below, and just click on that, fill in the questionnaire. Tell us what do you want from the mobile app, and then we can implement it and we can start changing and crafting it into the way that you want it to look and want it to be. All right, there we are. That's it from me, guys. Thank you very much for watching. As always, please remember, hit the subscribe button and also the bell icon if you'd like to be notified when we bring out a new video. Have a look on our Instagram and our TikTok. They are going from strength to strength now. They really are building momentum. Thousands and thousands of people are joining. One of the things I said to you about the new Thai person that's going out to do all the snippets, one of their job specs is also to bring short 15 to 30-second videos right there. So if they're in a room, here's the room in this hotel. Here's the food. Here's this dish in this restaurant. Here's the girls in this bar. So have a look at that, guys. TikTok and Instagram. Please join us. Discord, as you know, Discord, we've been pushing it for a long, long time now. It really is a great platform. There's loads of very, very experienced, very, very knowledgeable guys there. So have a look in Discord. It's totally free of charge. There's a link to that in the description of this video. And if you'd like to support the channel, there's a link to our members there on buzzingpattaya.com. Your support is really, really, really much appreciated, and it supports the channel, what I want to do, and some of the changes we're making, things like the app, etc., etc. All right, that's it from me. Thank you very much for watching, guys. And please, as always, wherever you are in the world, stay safe.